What's up guys, Jay here, back with a quick one for you. Hope everybody's having a great day. This is just a quick one to answer a question I've been seeing a whole lot lately in the comment section, specifically about these Kemimoto handlebar mirrors that I got on the MT-09. Questions about which bar ends I have them attached to and how I keep them from, sliding around and staying put. So let me pop this off and I'll show you how it's set up. All right, so real quick to start, let me see if that'll focus. These are, hope you guys can see that, these are Womet-Tech handlebar ends, and I need a 6mm or 5mm. My garage is such a mess. I've been doing so much work on, on the GTI lately. In fact, after this video, I'm pulling the GTI into the garage to do some more work on it. All right, now I need a wrench. All right, guys, now that I've got the mirror off, as you can see here, we've got the bar end, and this was the bar end that came with the Womet-Tech bar end sliders. You have these spacers which come with the mirror, and then of course the clamping part of the mirror. You should get about, I don't know, 3 or 4 different sizes when you get the mirror. I believe this spacer was the thickest spacer, and obviously the different spacers are so you can fit them on just about any bar end. They don't always fit the tightest, and what I had an issue with in the beginning was when I would clamp this down on the bike, I'd have issues with it, wanting to move back on me or forward. I initially tried a little bit of super glue. As you can see, there's some residue from right there, which really didn't help. So ultimately, I ended up taking a really thin piece of electrical tape and wrapping it all the way around the bar end. So it's between the spacer and the bar end. Right around here is where the electrical tape is to fill out that space. Clamped it all back up, installed them. Haven't had a single issue with these moving on me since. Another really important thing that you're going to need when you install these is some sort of spacer. I cut this from a piece of copper pipe that I bought at the hardware store, and I believe this is what, three-quarter inch pipe. And then I cut it to, what is that? Just a little over ½ of an inch, because you need something to fill out the space between the bar end, the mirror when you clamp it onto the bike, because if you don't, you run into an issue where the mirror is pressing up against your throttle, and then you no longer have a free moving throttle, which is really bad. So when you thread this on, this stops it to give you space so your throttle can move. And the only reason I have it wrapped in electrical tape was because when it was installed, you could see just a tiny bit of that copper poking through. So it's covered up with some black electrical tape, and now you can't even tell it's there. All right, so I got these back on, and so you guys can see that spacer again. It's needed to create this gap right here. You can see it right there, and that's why I wrapped it in black tape so it blends right in. So if you don't do that, then it crushes against your throttle, and then this no longer moves like it should. And just another small detail, when you take your, when you take your factory mirrors off, it leaves these big open holes where they used to mount. So I ordered these caps off Amazon to fill in these holes, so that way it looks a lot cleaner. So I will put a link in the description for these caps for anyone wondering, a link for the mirrors as well. And for those of you putting these bar end mirrors on your MT-09, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll do what I can to answer them as soon as I can, as fast as I can. And that's it, guys. Until next time, peace.